Alright guys, welcome back to the channel. Leicester career mode episode 16. We're advancing in this career mode. You see, we just finished transfer window. It's just closed. Deadline day has passed. We brought in a couple new signs, and one of them starts today. Rolando Aarons takes the place of I almost said Kieran Dyer. Oh my god. Nathan Dyer, sorry, on the left side, getting his first start in the FA Cup replay. After the match, we dominated in the last game with Tottenham, but it ended as a 0-0 draw. Ericsson there smashing it against Barman, came close, but Kramaric working a little bit of magic, and he also hits the woodwork. So both teams hit the woodwork in the first 20 minutes. Kramaric, both players a little bit unlucky, to be honest. Kramaric trying to bend one in with a little bit of finesse from the edge of the box. Couldn't really work it off, but we came back 24th minute, playing it into Kante, slides it into Kramaric, attempt number 2 around the keeper, and nice little easy finish for the Croatian. He has stepped up recently. From when Jamie Vardy got injured, he started scoring. He was never playing bad, to be honest. He's been scoring all season, but since Vardy got that little injury for a couple of weeks, he just started scoring even more. Him and Shinji Okazaki just kept scoring the goals. That's what you want to see, man. I like to see players who can score, especially when you're a not lower league side, but not one of the best sides in the league. Obviously, we're like 4th, maybe 5th in the league at this point, but we're still not one of the best teams in the league. We're really overachieving as Okazaki heads it over. But when you're not one of the best teams, you really need to score some goals, man. Otherwise, you're just going to fade away. You're just going to fade away. We've seen it happen so many times. If teams just can't score goals, it's hard for them. But 45th minute, we've really been on top of the game. Okazaki again puts a beautiful delivery in, and Kramaric just couldn't get onto the end of it. And that was it for the half. Well, if Kramaric could have gotten the end of that and we could have went in 2-0 up at the half, that would have been a good advantage for us. But to be honest, I wasn't worried. We was on top for most of the game, but Tottenham trying to get back into it. Ericsson plays it into Harry Kane, little snapshot. Kasper Schmeichel making a good save. Good save is forced out of him. But look at that. One highlight in the second half. The second half just died out. Kasper Schmeichel got man of the match. But yeah, we won 1-0. And I tried to salvage some highlights from that match, and it just wasn't possible. I couldn't find anything from that second half. Just nothing happened. That was it. But we move on. We digress into a game with Manchester City in the Premier League. Manchester City are behind us. I don't know what it is with Manchester City in this game. They are... I think they're like 8th in my Arsenal career mode as well. I think they just said they're 7th in this career mode. And look at the formation we went with today. Andrea Pereira starts his first game for us in attacking midfield. I went with Riyad Mahrez up front with Jamie Vardy because it was either him or Joa. Because Kramaric was tired, Okazaki was tired, and to be honest, the way I wanted to play in this game, counter-attacking style, Joa wasn't fit for that. So I went with Mahrez up front, tried to change it up a little bit, put Pereira in the attacking midfield position. But Toure getting them off to an early start, forcing a save out of Schmeichel. This time it's Sergio Aguero forcing a save out of Kasper Schmeichel. Manchester City, in the first time we played them, they dominated most of the game, and then we defended quite well in that game. But this game was a little bit different, and they managed to get the breakthrough when Sterling found Aguero at the back post, and it's a good header. This game was different. I wasn't defending well in this match at all. I don't know what it was. Maybe I was just too urgent to get the ball back and just pulling players out of position. But whereas in the first game, I just stuck players in a certain position and I held my shape. They couldn't get through. They ended up just passing it back. But look, we were open in this match. I don't know what it is. We were just open. So much space for them at the Etihad as well. Last time we played was at the King Power Stadium. Now at the Etihad, and they just had so much space to work with. As Kasper Schmeichel made a couple good saves already in this match, but he couldn't save that one. As Sergio Aguero celebrates his goal with the team. So that's his 7th for the season, I believe. Yeah, 7th for the season. And just look at how they work this free kick. I just had to put this in. They take the free kick. They end up passing it back. And I just couldn't get a ball from them. Sagna into Toure, into Navas, pings it into Aguero, into Toure, into Aguero, into De Bruyne, to Sterling. Look at the football. Could not do anything about that, and luckily Schmeichel made the save. But into the second half, Man City, Toure, Yaya apparently into De Bruyne. Navas swivels, finishes. This game is fake because Navas doesn't do anything but run on the pitch in real life. He's the worst winger I've seen in my life. If you're a Manchester City fan and you don't agree, I don't know what games you've been watching. He's terrible. But that was my fault. I'm not going to lie. We rushed into him. and he just swiveled. We couldn't get him off the ball either. He was just too strong, which I don't understand. Too strong for Schlupp, but yeah, he managed to put it into the back of the net. 2-0 up, and this match was just fading away. 85th minute. Look at the football again. We couldn't stop it. De Bruyne ends up whipping it into Muller, their new signing, who didn't even start the game, and we still got torn apart. And then from a throw, De Bruyne into Muller again, forcing the save. 90th minute. I was just waiting. I was waiting for the final whistle, and it went. I don't know if you guys realised or not, but that match was all Man City. Literally, we didn't even have a highlight in the game. Go back and watch. There wasn't one highlight of us attacking. Nothing. But you see, we're trying to train players up again. As you saw, I bought Isgrove in the last episode. Was a little bit disappointed in his overall, because I didn't know his overall was only a 66. But we can train him up. We're going to try and do that. Or we'll just keep him as a reserve player if we have to. But final game for this episode, I believe it's the final game, was against Stoke City. Always a threat. They've got some good players in their lineup, but we came out looking to rectify that last game. Kramaric takes a touch inside the box and smashes it against the post. Hit the woodwork for the second time in a week. Danny Simpson winning the ball back just a few seconds after. Kramaric again forcing the save out of the keeper. Newly signed in the transfer window, from PSV. And then Stoke come forward. I didn't know who to mark. I didn't know if I should have followed Shaqiri or if I should have stepped back and watched that through ball. Shaqiri ended up just taking it inside onto his right foot and putting it into the back of the net. You see here, where's Morgan? I just wasn't sure where to go with him. I ended up just running out of the way. And Shaqiri, that's a good finish for him. You can't give a player of his quality that much time. That's his third goal of the season. Mahrez, though, taking it out down the wing, pulling it into Vardy. His touch was a little bit strong. Probably should have taken it first time. Forced a good save out of the keeper. Into the second half now. We were playing the better side in this match, but we went down obviously in the first half and we were struggling to kind of just put the ball into the back of the net. But in the 67th minute, Nathan Dyer, I almost said Kieran again, Nathan Dyer goes down the left, pacey player, pulls it back, and guess who? Yeah, obviously Jamie Vardy in the right position to equalise. Leicester City, the comeback kings, we're coming back. 1-0, 68th minute. It took us a while to get the goal back, but we ended up doing it. Nathan Dyer gets all the props. So much space down the left-hand side. Ended up being patient with Shawcross all over him and playing the right ball into Jamie Vardy for an easy tap-in. Keeper could have actually saved that. I probably should have put it more into the corner, but I just pressed. I thought, yeah, easy goal. Just put it in the back of the net. But Jamie Vardy here celebrating with Mahrez. Gets his goal. 68th minute that was scored. 72nd minute, Nathan Dyer's through again after a beautiful ball from Danny Drinkwater. Chips it in delightfully into Mahrez. And only about a minute between both the goals, because most of the time that was taken off was due to celebrations. So 68th minute Vardy scores. 72nd minute Mahrez scores. And we turn the game on its head. Comeback kings. Job complete. Now all we had to do was hold on to the result. It's a nice little header from Mahrez as well. We've seen him miss a couple headers that he should have scored, really. 81st minute now, Kramaric slides it into Vardy, through on goal. Worst decision FIFA have ever made for me so far, FIFA 16 at least. Vardy, you'll see here, clearly onside. Look, clearly, no doubt. But they gave offside for Inlaw, who wasn't even going for the ball. Not even remotely going for the ball. But you see Arnautovic there, great chance. But if he would have went either side of Schmeichel, he probably would have scored. But that was all for the game. We managed to pick up the result against Stoke City. And here's the table for the end of this episode. 4th place we are. We've got a couple points on Manchester City. Obviously, you're expecting them to leapfrog us, but we've got some hard games coming up. We still have to play Chelsea again, who just absolutely smashed us last time we played them. Man United, we still got to play. I think we still have to play Arsenal. We've got some tough games coming up, but hopefully we can pick up wins there. And the Champions League dream is really alive. It's alive. We might just end up getting Europa League. We'll see after we play those big games, but the Champions League dream is alive and well, man. We might actually get that shit. That's the end for this episode. We're going to leave it there. I'll see you guys in the next episode or the next walkthrough video. Check those out. I don't know. I got a funny moments video, actually. I've started working on my second funny clips montage, which is going to include Injustice, which I finished a while ago. Infamous First Light, also I finished a while ago. And Mad Max. Is that it? That's it. Infamous, Injustice, and Mad Max. Yeah, funny clips montage. If you don't know what they are like, just go and check my first one. It was hilarious. Check it out, man. But yeah, those will be up soon. You'll see it when you see it, man. Bye.